What is up, my TickleMe crew? This is Chad here, and today, guys, I have a funny Wi-Fi battle that I had against Fance. He's a guy from my Twitch. We battled him a couple times before. So, looking at Fance's team, he's bringing the ORAS, Empoleon, Stoutland, Mega Houndoom, Flygon, and the Electros, while I am bringing the Quilladin, Porygon 2, Clefairy, Volbeat, Scraggy, and the Shedinja. So, obviously, looking at his team, I don't have to tell you that he definitely has the advantage here. On paper, his team looks way scarier than mine. My team is full of pretty much all unevolved Pokemon other than Shedinja and the Volbeat. So yeah, his team's definitely really scary, but this was a funny Wi-Fi battle, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So the battle begins as I lead off with my Quilladin, and Fance leads off with his Electros. So I was actually kind of afraid that he would go for the Flamethrower, but he's actually going to U-turn out. And I went for the Roar there just in case. I wanted to roar him out into something that I knew I could set up my hazards on. So he's actually going to switch out into this ORAS, or whatever it's called. And I'm going to roar him out, and that's going to bring him out into his Stoutland. So I knew I could pretty much set up my spikes on this guy, as he's going to go for the Play Rough here. I actually thought it would be super effective because I thought, for whatever reason, Quilladin's a fighting type since it evolves into one. But that was actually a crit, and it did, like, no damage whatsoever. So that just shows you how bulky Quilladin is. But right here, he's going to go for the Thunder Wave. That's going to paralyze me. That's not a big deal just because Quilladin's already really slow. But he gets the Parahack, so I'm not able to move that turn. He's going to go for another Play Rough. Again, it doesn't do much damage at all. And guess what, guys? I get paralyzed again. So, 2 times in a row that I was not able to move. So he's just going to keep going for Play Rough. Of course he doesn't miss, because, as you guys will see in this battle, I was very unlucky this battle. I get Parahaxed again for, I think, the 3rd time. And he gets another crit with a Play Rough. I finally get a Synthesis off, and that's going to give me back a lot of my HP. But that's not even where the bad luck's... this is just a small portion of the bad luck, basically. I get worse luck later in the battle. But I'm finally going to set up my... I believe it's my 2nd layer of spikes, as this time he's actually going to go for the Return. And Return does a little bit more damage since it's Stab and I'm not a fighting type. So it does more than the Play Rough. Plus, I think Return also has higher base damage. But he's just going to keep going for Return. I do finally get another Synthesis off after getting my 3rd layer of spikes up. So I believe right here I'm going to switch out, as he is also going to switch out. And I forgot what I go out into, but he's going to go out into Snoop Doge the Houndoom. I love that nickname. That's amazing. So yeah, I'm going to switch out Dusty, and I believe we go out into Porygon 2. Yeah, Virus.exe. So this is not a bad situation for me. It's only going to be bad if he starts setting up with Nasty Plots. So he's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve his Houndoom, and he does go for the Nasty Plot, so now he's pretty scary. Although Porygon 2 is really bulky, especially with Eviolite. So I go for the Toxic there, and that is where I get really unlucky. I miss my Toxic, which really sucks. So now he's going to be at +4 because of a 2nd Nasty Plot. So right here, I just say fuck it. I'm not going to go for a Toxic again. I'm just going to go for the Charge Beam. I get really lucky. I get the stat boost on the Charge Beam, but unfortunately it's just not enough. As this next turn, after he hits me with his Fire Blast, which surprisingly I live. That was a +4 Fire Blast from a Mega Houndoom, and I lived it. So Porygon 2 is really bulky. Unfortunately, the stat boost that I got is not going to do any good, as I still don't take out the Houndoom. He's going to kill off my Porygon 2. So now I'm going to go out into Harvey, because it's the only thing that can really deal with this Houndoom very well at all. I'm going to go for the Swagger here. I was praying that he would get confused and hurt himself. And I love whenever Volbeat attacks, its butt glows. That's amazing. So, unfortunately here, he's not going to get confused. He's going to go for the Fire Blast. And, of course, he lands another Fire Blast. Why can't I have his luck? He lands all his low accuracy attacks, but I can't land a Toxic. So, I'm just going to Thunder Wave him. So now he's confused and Thunder Wave. So I'm doing the Parafusion thing on him. And I believe this time he finally hurts himself, so I'm getting a little taste of good luck as I go for the roost here. And I'm going to get some decent HP recovery. So that's going to put me around half. And right here, I was really hoping he would hit himself again, but unfortunately he doesn't. And he's going to take out Harvey with a Dark Pulse. So this Mega Houndoom, even though it's really low HP, it's still really scary because, again, he is still at +4. So right here, I fuck up. I go into Scraggy, and I go for the Dragon Dance, hoping that he would get either paralyzed or confused. Unfortunately, he doesn't, and he's going to take out my Scraggy here with a Fire Blast. And of course, yet again, he doesn't miss his freaking Fire Blast. God. Let's see, I got Parallaxed like 3 times in a row. I missed a Toxic. Like, I'm just getting all the worst luck in the world. So right here, I go into Shedinja. So this is probably something I should have done without, like, sacrificing my Scraggy. I just go for the Shadow Sneak, and that's going to take out the Houndoom. Finally! Holy shit. So now he's going to go out into Mega or Nah the Flygon. Once again, I love that nickname. That's amazing. I really wished Mega Flygon was a thing. But right here, I'm going to go out into Tiny Wings the Clefairy, as he goes for the Fire Blast, so yet again another Pokemon Fire Blast, and yet again he doesn't miss. So he's going to switch out as I set up the Cosmic Power, and right here, I think this is the point of the battle where the battle gets really really stally, so I might actually just go ahead and speed this part up, but I'm going to go for the Cosmic Power here. Now, I'm really not afraid of his Empoleon because most Empoleon are especially bulky, so I kind of felt like I could definitely take a Flash Cannon, especially at +1 with EV Light and max investment and HP and special defense. So I do take that Focus Blast. I take that Flash Cannon really well. I go for the Soft Boil there to get my HP back, as he's just going to keep going for the Flash Cannon. And I believe at this point in the battle, I just keep going for Cosmic Power just to raise my defense. So I'm going to cut out real quick. I'm going to speed this part up because it is really stally. And I know a lot of you guys don't like stall. So I will be right back once something interesting happens, I guess. Alright, so right here he went for the Scald. So I guess he just decided to change up moves since his Flash Cannon wasn't doing much of anything. I went for the Seismic Toss there just to get some damage on his Empoleon. Right here, I go for another Cosmic Power as he goes for Scald. I'm actually kind of praying he does burn me, because my Clefairy does have Magic Guard, so his burn won't do any damage to me, but it will also make it so he can't Thunder Wave me later. So right here, he goes for Scald, and he burns me, which is perfect for me, because now, as I said, he won't be able to Thunder Wave my Clefairy later. I'm just going to keep setting up some Cosmic Powers, and he's going to go for Flash Cannon again. I guess he decided to go back to Flash Cannon here. Right here he gets a special defense drop, which kind of sucks, but it's not a big deal since I'm at like +1,000,000 special defense right now. I'm just going to go for a Soft Boiled here, just get some HP back. Again, this part of the battle is a little stally, but I mean, something is actually happening. We're both doing damage to each other now, so I'm going to go for another Seismic Toss, and I believe after the next Seismic Toss, he dies. So he's just going to keep going for the Flash Cannon. He actually gets a crit there, which scared the shit out of me, because we all know how Tiny Wings loves to get critted and die. But luckily for me, he doesn't die, or Tiny Wings doesn't die, and I'm able to take out the Empoleon with another Seismic Toss. Now right here, this play was crucial. He brings out his ORAS as I stay in with Tiny Wings. He goes for Flash Cannon here. I predicted that I thought it was going to kill Tiny Wings, but no, Tiny Wings says, fuck it, I'm going to live with 9 HP, and I'm going to go for a fucking Soft Boiled, and I'm going to get all my HP back. So we are still in this game. Had he killed off Tiny Wings right there, I definitely would have lost this game. Right here, he makes a really questionable play. He goes for the Rock Polish. I'm not sure exactly why he decided to do that, since he was already faster than me, I think. But I'm just going to go for another Soft Boil just to get all of my HP back. He goes for another Rock Polish. I'm really confused as to why my opponent's doing that. He's already faster than me. So I'm going to go for the Toxic there, and that is perfect because now I can just basically stall out this residual damage as Toxic does more damage each turn. He's just going to keep going for the Focus Blast. I think he gets another special D drop here. Yeah. I believe, yeah, I just go for Seismic Toss here. I'm just going to go ahead and try to dwindle this ORAS down. And, yeah, this battle is really stally. I know a lot of people don't like these type of battles, but my playstyle is that I basically just try to do anything to win. Like, I don't like losing. I don't think anybody likes losing, but I'm going to go for another Cosmic Power here just because those special defense drops from earlier, they are a little bit annoying. So I want to get my special defense back up as the Toxic is still taking its toll on his ORAS. He's going to keep going for that Flash Cannon, hoping for special D drops, I guess. And I go for another Cosmic Power. I think he dies to this next turn of Toxic. And my defense won't go any higher, but my special defense raises. So yeah, I think he dies here. Yep. And I believe he go. Actually, I am not sure what Pokemon he goes out into here. Okay, he's going to go out into the Electros now. So he's going to go for Knockoff. That's going to get rid of my Eviolite, which at this point, since I'm at such a monstrous defense and special defense stat, the Eviolite doesn't even matter anymore. So I'm just going to go for Toxic, and as I did with the ORAS, I'm just going to slowly dwindle away at his HP until he faints. He's actually going to switch out and go into Stoutland here, which I don't know really why he did that. It doesn't really matter at this point in the game. I pretty much have this in the bag, unless he crits my Clefairy. But I just go for a Soft Boiled here just to get back up to full health in case he does crit me. I want to be able to live the crits. So he's going to get a little Leftovers recovery. And I believe I Toxic him on this following turn as he goes for the return. The return actually does a decent chunk of damage considering I'm at like +6 defense. But Stoutland does have a decent attack stat, plus return is stab, and it has a high base power. So yeah, I go for the Toxic. He's going to get a little Leftovers recovery again. And I think at this point in the battle, I just spam Seismic Toss until he dies. So yeah, for right there, I don't know why he went for Thunder Wave. As I was burned already, my opponent made a couple really questionable plays. Maybe that was just a misclick, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to keep going for the Seismic Toss as he is not able to do much damage to me at all. I do luck out and he does not crit me again, which is really nice because, again, as I said earlier, Clefairy just loves to get critted for some reason. And it always seems to happen to Clefairy and it dies, so that really sucks. But this next turn, he's obviously going to die to a Toxic. And I think on this following turn, he's actually just going to go ahead and forfeit the battle because at this point, there is no way he was going to win that battle. So I think he actually had 3 Pokemon left. But I guess he just didn't feel like he wanted to waste his time. But that was a good game, Fance. I'm sorry I stalled you to death. But Clefairy was basically my only win condition on my team because your team was far superior to mine. It was completely and utterly intimidating. But great game, Fance. I'm sorry for all the stall. I hope you guys don't mind that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I thought it was funny, at least when I was having it, because all these little Pokemon taking on such this big team or whatever and actually winning. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, favorite, subscribe. All my social media links are in the description below. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Toodles.